Good morning, dear listeners. Today we will discuss the story The Fun They Had. The Fun They Had is a story written by renowned American writer Isaac Asimov. Isaac Asimov was born in 1920, died in 1992. He is a writer of fiction, and what he has written in this story will surprise you a lot. He writes about the futuristic setting, how the world for children will change a lot. Today we have real teachers, but in the future we will have virtual teachers, virtual classrooms. Today we have real teachers, real classrooms. The difference he wants to manifest, and he is clearly successful in his objective. When we will go through the story, we will find it. The story starts with two main characters, two children, Tommy and Margie. Tommy is 13 years old and Margie is 11 years old. These both children are surprised to find the real book. Actually, it is Tommy who has got real book. And he gave it to this girl, Margie. When Margie got this book, she started thinking about it. And she is surprised to know, but Tommy is constantly complaining about this real book. That our television screen was much better than this, because we had millions of books over there we can read. But here, this real book, you will be tired and you will throw it away. But Margie is not thinking like this. Her thinking is quite different. The story starts with Margie's diary entry. Margie is writing a diary and she mentions clearly that Tommy found a real book. She wrote, Tommy found a real book. And after that, what happens? That Margie found that this real book was quite different, because it is yellow, it is crinkly, and what that you find that the words are not moving. The words are still. They are not moving. And on television screen, they are habituated to read books on television screen, and those letters are supposed to move. So they are surprised to find it out. As I told you, this is futuristic story, and this story is set in future. So here is the discussion about 2157 AD, that the story is set. It means in future. Now, I am talking about the setting of the story. The setting of the story is quite surprising for us, because we are forced to compare today's world to the futuristic world. And Isaac Asimov, the writer, has completely described it successfully. And here, after that, what happened when Margie mentioned that Tommy found a real book and she got it, and she found it very different. Tommy also found it very different. Then Tommy complained a lot about this real book, that it is quite tiresome, it is quite boring, because on television screen we can have many options, we can have millions of books there, but Margie is not convinced. Margie herself hated her own school, that is a virtual school, and she is fed up with virtual teacher, mechanical teacher. Whenever there will be class, she will be going, and mechanical teacher will be giving a lot of test after test, and that's why she was very irritated about it, and that's why she was not able to perform very well, as mechanical teacher had been giving her test after test in geography sector. After that, when she was not getting good marks, so her performance just was not good, and it continued being worse and worse. Then the mother called county inspector, to repair, to fix the problem. And when county inspector was called, county inspector came. He was a he was a friendly fellow. He gave an apple to Margie and took apart. Mechanical teacher tried to fix the problem. Margie was thinking that county inspector will not be able to repair it. I'm just highlighting who is county inspector. County inspector is actually a kind of person who has come to fix the problem of the mechanical teacher. It means he has come to repair the mechanical teacher. Has repaired as mechanical teacher has technical problem. So he gave an apple to Margie and convinced that okay, it will be okay. But Margie was convinced that it is not going to be okay, because last time when Tommy had the same problem, his mechanical teacher was taken apart for more than 1 month. So he was quite relaxed. So Margie also thought, if my mechanical teacher will not be repaired so soon, so I will be relaxed and I will not be just facing such boring situation as I am facing. She thought like that. But it was not truth. County inspector repaired it very well. And now mechanical teacher was okay. Now once again she was ready with the class. Meanwhile, these two children, Tommy and Margie, started talking to each other. Now she talked about, now she started discussing about her grandfather's grandfather. When he was a child, how they enjoyed a lot when they had a real book, when they had real school, when children used to go to the school and a teacher lived in a building and children were very happy, they were playing. They had not such a boring lecture, they had not such a boring class with the mechanical teacher and virtual school. This is what this story clearly depicts. And after that, what happened? That meanwhile Margie is interrupted by mother. Mr. Jones is calling Margie that my daughter, please come and it's time for your class now. Margie is not interested now. She went there for the class, but she started thinking about those children who had a real school at that time and who had a real teacher. And the teacher was mad. Earlier, Margie thought that how she could allow a stranger in the house, as a teacher, but she concluded later that although those children enjoyed a lot, they had a teacher at that time, real teacher, a human being who could understand them very well. But this mechanical teacher is a machine, is a computer, can never understand her emotions well, and that's why she is highly disappointed. She started thinking about those children who used to go to school, who used to enjoy their life a lot, and she started comparing both the things. So in this way, in this story, we find that the fun they had, it's a futuristic story where we find that these two children, Tommy and Margie, continued the discussion between real teacher and mechanical teacher, and real school and old school, when Margie's grandfather was a child that time. So this is a very successful story in which we find clearly that old schools were far better than present schools. It means 2157. Such schools, virtual school. Thanks a lot. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you.